my channel, and if you're here for the first time, then hey, what's up? Welcome. Subscribe if you aren't already. As you guys can tell from the title in this video, I will be showing you guys how I make my thumbnails. Recently, in which video was it? In my everything that I wish that I knew before starting YouTube video, which I will link right here, I had mentioned what apps that I use to make thumbnails, and I had recommended some apps to use. One of my friends actually two of my friends reached out to me, was like, can you show me, like, can you actually explain to me what you meant, like how to work these apps that you mentioned in your video? And it was like, you should actually just do a tutorial on it, because it will really help people, because I'm sure they have the same questions I have. So I'm like, all right, cool, got it, you got it, I'll make a video. So yes, let's get right into it. But before we get into this video, being that it is Black History Month, and I would like to highlight a Black owned business at the start of every video, check out the next slide for today's Black owned business. So today's Black owned business that we'll be highlighting is Samanthas Graphics LLC. She is a brand stylist as well as a graphic designer. You can contact her for your business cards, for your website revamps, for logos, anything graphic design. She is your girl. So go ahead and check her out. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and screen record my screen. Yes, let me put my phone on do not disturb. None of these messages come in or none of that or anything like that. No distractions. So let's screen record. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the first app that I use is superimposeX. I'm gonna go into that, and I already have my background situated because I gotta scroll for this picture. I don't really need y'all in my pictures or whatever. Let me move over so I can see. So with this image, I am just going to crop it a little bit because it's not perfect. What I do for my thumbnails is I took a picture of my background so that, if I need to move anything around, which I do need to take another picture because it is a bit brighter now, but whatever the case is. So anyways, so I took a picture of my background just so it can be, easier if I want to place things there instead of trying to find the perfect background or whatever for the image that I take for my thumbnails. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm sure y'all get my drift. So I press OK, and again, superimposeX is an app that you have to pay for. It is $6. It is a one-time fee, but it is very, very, very useful. So I'll press this top this 3-layer box, and I'll click it so that thing can move out the way. So canvas size, that is the most important thing. So I'll go into canvas size, and you see how it says width and height. You see where there's this link? I will press that link. So when I type in 120 versus 80, I mean 1280, I always say 120. When I type in 1280, I can manually type in 720 without it, changing the numbers. Press OK. Then another important thing is you have to go to transform. Here at the bottom, you press transform and you click fit to canvas. Boom. Now it's time for the good stuff. So I'll go ahead and press this 3-layered box again. No, I'll go back to layers, press this 3-layer box, press that plus sign, and go to photo layer. Now I got a whole bunch of pictures. Oh wow, still gotta scroll anyway. It's okay. So I'm going to remake this thumbnail that I made for my chit chat. So okay, let's click this first image right here, press OK, press yes, fix it. I don't know what that means. I just press yes, fix it anyway. So I'm going to go to mask. Okay, that is how I cut out my images, and this right here is my stylus, by the way. It just makes making my thumbnails very much easier. So I'm gonna press mask, and in this corner on the right side you'll see mask tool. You will press that first one, which is the circle with like the 3 stars in the corner. Boom. So with that, I usually use my fingers and just zoom in so it's easier for me to, maneuver. But I would literally now just trace my outline. And it doesn't have to be perfect because it basically, it'll correct it. Like, it gets the picture, and I'll just literally just trace it, and it'll crop it to the best of the ability. If I don't like what it does, then I'll just try it again. But yeah, and you have to make sure where you start and where you end touch and finish. It has to be a full circle. It can't be any like open lines. So I'll press OK. Boom, and it just cropped that out. So now I'll go to transform. First of all, let me go to layers. I'm gonna zoom back out. I'll go to transform, and transform is the only way you can move images. You can't move images like, you know, while it's on another thing. So I'll move transform, and you see I could just, I'll go to transform, and you see I could just move it around. So I'm going to put this in the corner. I'm gonna pinch it a little bit so it can be smaller. I'm gonna just adjust the size to my liking. Boom. So now I'm going to go back into layers and add another photo layer, which is going to be, which picture we gonna use? Let's use this one. This picture cute. Press OK, and we're literally going to do the same thing. We're gonna go to mask tool, and trace it out. And I like this little box that comes in the top right corner because it just kind of makes it easier for you to see what you're doing. Boom. Press OK. Look, carved it out perfectly fine. Go to transform. Let's put this a little bigger in the corner, and boom. Go back to layers. So just move out the way and zoom that a little out. Okay, so that's that. There's so many features on this. So that's pretty much the basics of how I do it. I'm going to show you guys one thing just in case you guys are interested in this. If you go to editor, you can go to tools and scroll all the way down and go to what's that about? And go to mask outline. I don't know what that was about. I don't know why that just moved, but you'll go to mask outline and you can adjust the size of the outline. So let me just make that small. I'm gonna just keep the outline just to show y'all, and press OK. So now to outline the other image, of course, you just, you know, do the same thing. You click on it and adjust the outline. Boom. So I'm gonna press OK. We just gonna leave it like that. I don't really use the outlines unless necessary, but we'll use the outline today. Another option that you can do to explore this app, you can go to mask. Another nice feature is this feature right here, and that's what I use to merge images. It's really hard to like maneuver because sometimes it just be moving on its own, but you can use that to merge images, blur them or not, or whatever the case is. But I'm not going to do that, so we're going to X that out. Oh no. Okay, so now we're just gonna save this image. Save, boom, and now go into the next app that we use, which is going to be the thumbnail maker. So we're gonna go into thumbnail maker, gonna click this image, and this @ at the bottom, that's how you type. So I'm gonna put chit chat. Okay, and it comes in this generic font. I'm just gonna move it to where I think it'll be nice. Put this right at the top, make sure it's kind of centered, and I'm gonna choose a font. Here at the bottom is different like templates that you can use, like font templates. I don't really use those anymore unless it's like fitting for the occasion, but it ain't fitting right now. So I'm just gonna go to font. The font that I usually use is this one right here. And now I'm going to go to color. I want this font to be white. I want the outline to be black, and I usually make the stroke kind of thick, but I always blur it so it got that nice little, you know, stand out kind of something, right? So I'm gonna use this kind of corner, this border corner, to change the size, shrink that a little bit. Now I'm gonna go back into my letter typer thingy, and I'm gonna type get ready with me. Boom. Position that, and I'm going to use the same font, but I'm just going to change the color. I'm gonna make this black and the outline white, make that stroke a little big and blur it. And I'm just gonna make that a little smaller. Actually, let's do something different. Let's change this text. I'm actually gonna type out the word get ready with me. Okay, let's make this smaller, of course. And I'm gonna change the font. I'm doing something new. Oh wow, I actually like this. I'm gonna do this next time. I like the word get ready with me actually spelled out. That looks really, really nice. Wow, I have an idea if I'm gonna do my next girls talk, chit chat, whatever. So go back into editing the font. Gotta go to edit text. Okay, so the font I think I'm gonna use, I'm probably gonna, yes, I'm going to make it, what's this word, cursive kinda. You see how it's like on top of the chit chat in a way. I find that to be cute, but I think I want to change the color of it. Let's see. Let's make that white. Nah, I like how it was. We're gonna leave it how it was. We're gonna leave it how it was. All right, chit chat, get ready with me. And now we're gonna go back into font, girls talk edition. Boom, put that at the bottom. Fix the size and center that. What font should we use? So I just go ahead and just, you know, play around with the different fonts to see how they look. And what font we gonna settle with? We're gonna settle with this font. Make that a little smaller so it don't look like it's taking on too much. I'm gonna put an extra space between talk and edition because on the thumbnail it just looks closer than it should be, like there's no space. Let me edit the space between girls and talk as well. It just don't look like there's enough space between it. So now I'm gonna go into colors. I think I want to make the color of this pink, you know, being that it's like a girls talk kind of something. Yes, and we're gonna make the outline white. Yes sir, and we're going to blur that all the way as well. So that's pretty much it for how I make my thumbnails. You know, I'll press next, I'll save the picture, and yeah, that's pretty much it how I make my thumbnails. You can also go into Phonto to make a thumbnail. So you see how I saved that image from superimpose. I'll go into photo albums, choose that image, done, and play with Phonto's fonts. You'll press add text, chit chat, and go to font. And Phonto has so many fonts that you can choose from, so the choice is literally yours. Like, look how many fonts that they have, so many. So let's choose this for chit chat. The only thing is that they don't really have, oh, they do have borders. Okay, they do have borders. So, you know, you can play with Phonto as well if you want. Let me add get ready with me. And you go into move, no, not move. You go into size and, you know, play with the size. Go into font. I saw style, stroke. And play with that. See, I'm running the width up and down to get like the thickness of the stroke I want. Boom. So yeah, there's so many apps that you can go in, and I'll save this image. So now let me go into my photos. So this, again, this was the image from superimposeX. This is the thumbnail from the thumbnail maker, and this is the thumbnail from Phonto. So you guys, that's pretty much how I make my thumbnails. Wow, that was actually pretty quick. So that's pretty much how I make my thumbnails. It takes me about 20 minutes, if that, if I'm focused. And like I mentioned before in that video, I will link it here, because if you're looking how to make thumbnails, I think you should definitely check out that video as well, because it is super helpful. To my knowledge, that's how I feel, in my opinion. So yes, that's how I make my thumbnail, you guys. Comment down any suggestions, any questions. If you felt like I was moving too fast, if you feel like you want me to explain something else, go ahead and comment down below, and I would explain it to the best of my ability. You can hit me up on Instagram, and I can make you your own personal one-on-one tutorial like I did with my friends. So yes, you guys, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down something below. I honestly recommend getting a stylus. This was a stylus pen. The pen part fell off, so I always just keep this for my thumbnails. You can always find styluses on Amazon. And yeah, subscribe, you guys, if you ain't subscribed already, okay? And I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys. Mwah.